The types of players you're going to find in Grand Theft Auto Online in 2020 are a lot different to the types of players that played this game when it came out. Over the years, the Grand Theft Auto player base has definitely categorized themselves into different types of players. Almost to the point where you can tell what type of player someone is just by looking at them. And I think I've narrowed it down to a specific 10 types of players that you'll find in Grand Theft Auto Online in 2020. The first one is the money grinder, and these guys live and breathe Grand Theft Auto Online. That's not an exaggeration. There's no other way to describe it because the tasks that you need to do to make money in this game are extremely repetitive and boring. You'll often find these guys wearing nicer clothes because of all the money they have, and if they're not working their usual day job as an Amazon delivery driver for multiple underground drug factories, or importing and exporting the exact same cargo for hours every day, you'll find them relaxing in one of their multi-million-dollar properties, whether it's the $4 million Maze Bank CEO office or a $10 million Galaxy super yacht out at sea. If you see someone in these properties, you know they've been grinding for a while. In all honesty, I kind of have respect for the people that can do this type of stuff for hours every day. It takes a crazy amount of dedication and patience to be willing to do the exact same missions over and over to get the properties and vehicles you want. And in my experience, these types of players are actually some of the nicer people you're gonna meet online. If you flip the script on that whole nice thing, you're gonna end up as a tryhard. These are the people that play Grand Theft Auto Online purely for the PvP. They don't really care about buying any properties or businesses. They just want fast cash to help them get the best weapons and vehicles for killing other players. You'll often find these guys dressed up in some sort of military clothing, whether that's wearing night vision goggles or some sort of face mask. And if you look around the map and you can't really find them on the ground, that's probably because they're way up in the air, flying, looking over the map in a jet while dogfighting other players. A lot of these guys are kind of cool. The best tryhards are the ones who leave other players alone and only fight the ones who actually want to fight them back. And that leads us on to the next type of player, and that's the wannabe tryhard, or as most people know them, griefers. Where tryhards only fight the people who want to actually fight, the griefers and wannabe tryhards literally go around killing everyone they can. These are the type of people that forgot that this isn't Fortnite or Warzone where it's the last person standing on the map wins. No matter who's in these guys' lobbies, they spend their time trying to ruin the experience for every other player. Whether that's blowing up millions of dollars of cargo that someone's been working on for days, or just killing people over and over and forcing them into passive mode or forcing them to leave the lobby. Yeah, these guys suck. These are the guys whose parents didn't give them enough attention as children. You'll normally find these guys trying to imitate tryhards with their clothing choices, or even dressing up as fictional villains like the Joker. Yeah, this one's a pretty big yikes, dude. Like, go play a game that's meant to be PvP. The modder. These guys are primarily, but not exclusively, found on the PC version of the game, and unfortunately are way more common than you'd think. On PC, if you play for just an hour, really, you're bound to run into at least one of these guys, and then you just need to hope that they're not gonna force you to quit the game. There's two types of modders in Grand Theft Auto Online. You've got the friendly modders or the absolute wankers. The friendly modder is the one who can change the weather or give people money drops or change you into other characters that aren't normally in the game. Where the other type of modder is gonna trap you in cages, crash your game. Yeah, they can do that. They can crash your game, constantly blow you up, go in God mode. You get it. Anything to screw you over, basically. It's really unfortunate to see how common these guys are, considering how Rockstar Games bans people regularly for doing money glitches and seemingly turns a blind eye to the guys that make the game literally unplayable. Speaking of people who do money glitches, that's the next type of player. These are the guys that spend an hour a day before they get online searching through TikTok, Reddit, and even YouTube for the latest money glitch before Rockstar inevitably bans that channel from YouTube. These are the guys that hate the way you make money in Grand Theft Auto Online, claiming that it's basically a second job and that Rockstar does everything they can to make you want to buy shark cards. Both of those statements are actually true, but it doesn't change the fact that Rockstar regularly resets and bans people for doing these money glitches that always seem to pop up. Once their accounts get reset, these types of players either quit the game altogether or go online and tell the community how much the game sucks. The car guy. This is one of the most friendly types of players you can run into. Instead of getting caught up in all the try-hard, griefer, grinder battles, these guys stay in their own lane and don't bother anyone else. Unlike most of the players you'll find in 2020, these guys still play the game just for the cars. You'll often find them asking if anyone wants to do a car meet in the text chat, or constantly driving between Ellis Customs and Benny's customizing their rides. The unfortunate thing about this type of player is that they're actually close to becoming extinct in 2020, as most of the car guys have left the game for other games since this one is 7 years old, but hopefully Grand Theft Auto 6 will bring most of these players back if it ever comes out. The casual. The casual is the type of player that only gets on for specific occasions. That could be something as simple as the boys begging him to get online so they have an extra heist member, or it could be because something like a new gang war is going on in the community. The casual doesn't get caught up in all the money grinding stuff. They sort of tend to stick in their own lane as well. You'll often find these guys doing more of the ground level crime in Grand Theft Auto Online. Things like robbing convenience stores or competing in street races. I think that's mainly because they don't have the money to do much else, or maybe just because they've been playing on and off since 2013 when the game was a lot more simple. But either way, seeing these players in lobbies definitely takes me back to that time when the game was more simple. It was, man, it's kind of sad. That was a time before this game was sort of overrun with toxicity. The noob. The noob is primarily, but not limited to, younger kids, and the main reason for that is because 99% of the people over the age of 15 already have Grand Theft Auto Online, or at least it feels that way. So the newer players are usually the ones whose parents finally let them get the game. While there haven't been too many of these guys lately, we saw a massive influx of noobs around the middle of 2020 when the game was free on the Epic Games Store. Since then, you may find 1 or 2 of the noobs per lobby, which is always nice to see, and you'll often find a lot of these guys around Christmas. Keep going, guys. One day you'll be able to buy whatever you want if you put in the work. The troll. The troll plays this game purely to have fun, which you would think would be a lot of people, but I swear a lot of people take this game way too seriously now. Instead of running around killing other players, the troll gets much more creative with it all. Whether it's running people over in dumb vehicles, using crazy weapons like the up and atomizer, or just messing people up with some of the dumber vehicles in the game, it pains me to say this, but like the car guy, the troll is a dying breed. I think one of the main reasons for this is because Rockstar has made it much harder to troll people since everyone's always zooming across the map so fast in these flying motorbikes. But alas, you still find these guys sometimes, and it's always a good time when you do. And finally, we've got the guy with no friends. That's harsh. We'll just call him the solo guy, okay? Or the guy that couldn't convince his friends to get online. Grand Theft Auto Online can be fun for solo players, but most of the fun activities in the game and most of the best money-making activities as well are all meant to be done with multiple people. The solo player is unfortunately an increasing player base because a lot of people find it hard to convince their friends to come play Grand Theft Auto Online in 2020. You'll often find these guys crying alone in their apartments or in my comment section asking for solo money guides. Relax, guys, Rags to Riches solo is coming soon. Just chill out, it's gonna come. And those are the 10 most common types of players I see in Grand Theft Auto Online. If I missed any, make sure to let me know in the comments below. What did I leave out that you would have put on this list? And that'll bring an end to the video. Make sure to leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed and consider subscribing for more stuff like this. Make sure you stay safe and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.